James Craig Martin,
Yes, sir.
24B 704-583.
Yeah, just stand right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the camera's right there, okay? Yep.
Good morning,
Name?
Attorney Corey Westmoreland. Martin.
Mr. Martin, your name?
James Craig Martin.
Detective, your name?
Sergeant Morrison, Brownstown Township Police Department.
He didn't appear for sentencing. We've been getting letters back and forth, emails back and forth. I've told him he either had to show up or post a bond. I set a 75,000 10% bond when he failed to appear for sentencing. And that's where we are with it. I keep getting all these emails and I don't know why he's not showing up, but go ahead. What do you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd just be asking that this matter be reset for his sentencing. After speaking with him, I did learn that he's had some pretty serious health issues, in addition to not having a ride to court. He is on a very limited income, he's about to start collecting Social Security disability, and he's unable to work because of his poor health. Judge, I just ask that all that be taken into consideration.
Lisa, we're going to need a sentence date on a Tuesday, and I want to make sure that all the victims are notified and the prosecutor and the defense lawyer, and we'll set this. I guess we should probably do it a minimum of a week from Tuesday, but we might even want to go longer. So go ahead. What would you like to say, Detective? Anything?
Yes, Your Honor. As you know, this warrant was issued in August 2024. We've been actively looking for Mr. Martin since that time. We've attempted search warrants, but we weren't able to locate him. Yesterday, we received information that he was at his residence. We were going to make entry to go get him when we had probable cause that he was there. We did ultimately find him hiding in an attic. He was hiding in the attic in the ceiling, trying to hide from us. His wife was lying to us, telling us that he didn't have a phone, that he wasn't there.
$50,000 cash or surety. I've heard enough. 50,000 cash or surety. You have to show up in court. I haven't appreciated you playing possum with us here like this. You should have been here. We've gotten emails. I explained through emails how it was going to work, and it's that simple. So, Lisa, I don't see any point in rushing this. Today's the 20th, so I'm thinking maybe the 8th.
Okay, April
That's at least
8:30.
April 8th at 8:30 will be the sentence date. And we'll notify and make sure we notify. I don't remember who was representing him, but that lawyer, I think it must be Mr. Carmen from looking at the file. So, well, that's what we'll do. You have to show up in court, sir. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I don't know why you've done this. You're making things a lot worse for yourself than you needed to. But when I hear this, wife lying and him hiding in the attic, then that's certainly grounds for increasing the bond over what I set it at back in August of 24 when he wasn't here for sentencing. We'll see you here August 8th at 8:30. You have to post that amount to secure your release. Do you understand that? 50,000.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, did you say August 8th or April 8th?
I'm sorry. April 8th. April 8th. April 8th. Okay.
Judge, I'm heading
Thank
into
you.
the courtroom right now.
Thank you. Jessica Page Bolerski. 22F2390818A, B, and C. Name?
Good morning.
Your name?
Jessica Bolerski.
You're charged with driving on a suspended and you have 2 civil infractions. This is from 23-2. You have the right to a lawyer on the suspend charge. I'll be happy to give you one.
Yes.
You want a lawyer?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll set you up with a lawyer and you'll be arraigned on that and we'll go from there. You can have a seat out in the hallway. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dupras, Nikolai Dennis Dupras. 25R513975. Your name?
Nikolai Dupras. Nikolai Dupre.
What was your dad's name?
Dennis.
Yeah, he just passed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Improper plate you're charged with. If you want, I'll give you a lawyer. If not, I'll just arraign you and have you go talk to the prosecutor. It's up to you.
Can I talk to the prosecutor?
So you want me to arraign you? You want to waive your right to a lawyer?
I'm not.
You're charged with improper plate.
All right.
You have the right to a lawyer for arraignment. If you want me to give you a lawyer, I will. If not, I'm going to arraign you. That's explain the charge, the possible penalties, your rights, and then send you the prosecutor to work it out.
Can I just talk to the prosecutor?
Well, I have to arraign you first, okay?
Okay.
On February 22 of 25, it's alleged that you were in the city of Rockwood, county of Wayne, and that you did have an improper plate while on I-75 near Huron River Drive. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $100 fines, 90 days jail, costs for all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes.
Did you read it and understand it?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I guess I'll talk to the lawyer.
I'm asking if you got to take your hat off.
Sir.
I'm asking you if you want to waive your right to a lawyer, or do you want a lawyer? If you tell me I want a lawyer, I'm going to give you one. If you tell me I waive my right, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to send you to the township, to the Rockwood City Attorney to talk to him about it.
I'd like to speak to the lawyer then, I guess.
Okay.
Please.
I'm entering a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. Set him up with a lawyer too. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You go out in the hall, we'll set you up with a lawyer and he'll talk to the prosecutor. Good luck. Obai Muhammad Alpha Corey. 25F243471 A and B and C. Name? You're charged with driving on a suspended. You also have 2 civil infractions, equipment violation, expired plate. You have the right to a lawyer. Do you want one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You go out and talk to a lawyer. All these guys want lawyers, John.
Yep.
Keith, Austin Nels Keith, 25R513971. Good morning, Mr. Cayley. How you doing? Come on up here, Mr. Keith, your name?
Austin Keith.
So you're going to plead impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
Fishtailing at Mercure Park. You can't do that, okay?
Yes, sir.
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, sir.
You weren't involved in an accident, were you?
No, sir.
Come on, let's not be doing that, all right? 175 is your total. I'll accept the plea, dismiss the careless. Can you pay that? Can you pay that now?
Yes, sir.
Go down the hall and take care of that. You saved 3 points. No more of that though, okay? Good
Thank you,
luck.
sir.
John
I
Cox.
appreciate
People against John Ben Cox, 22R512519, A, B, and C.
Good morning, Judge Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Cox. Mr.
Cox,
Cox,
your
will you
name?
state your name?
John Ben Cox.
Where's he been?
Your Honor, he lives out of state. It was difficult for him without a license to get a ride up here.
Where's Holland?
I'm sorry?
Where's Holland? I'm asking you.
It's probably 20 miles west of Toledo.
You're an hour away, right?
It was, yes, sir.
You couldn't get a ride here in 3 years? If I'd have told you we had $5,000 sitting for you here, you would have made it.
No, sir, I do apologize for taking so long.
Does he stand mute, wait formal reading on these?
That's correct.
Not guilty pleas are entered. You pre-tried this with the prosecutor. He's going to offer a plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. And then the speedings will take, it will remain in a, wait a minute. Yeah, the speeding judgment will remain in effect.
And dismissing the improper plate.
Correct. That's what the agreement is.
That's correct, Your Honor.
If you do that, if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, I'll dismiss the suspend. I'll dismiss the improper plate. The speed judgment will remain. If you plead to this charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand everything? Do you understand everything?
Yes, sir, I do.
To the charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 27th day of June, 2022, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Rockwood on Deer River Drive near Swallow?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did you allow somebody to drive that 98 Dodge that you were in control of that was suspended? Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. Early morning with court to school at 7:30 over there. All right. Did you allow somebody to drive that was suspended, that motor vehicle, and was that you?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole? Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accept it to that. Suspends dismissed. Improper plates dismissed. Judgment will remain on the speed. Counsel, anything that you want to say?
Your Honor, I would just ask for consideration for costs and fines. Mr. Cox, at this point, I believe will be eligible to obtain a driver's license at this point. This was the only thing holding him back.
Work?
Yes, sir.
Where does he work?
Work for a company called Top Notch Property Maintenance. My partner, we've kind of started it. Part owner, I guess you would say. We just started this company. He picks me up. We remodel kitchens and bathrooms. I need my license. So
100 fines, 150 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 375 or 90 days, and you have to pay the 249 on the speed. Tell me he's got all this to pay. It's been going on so long.
I'm prepared to take care of today, sir.
So you have $624.
Yes, sir.
Go down the hall and take care of these. You're all set. Wish you well.
Thank you, Judge.
Next time, show up in court on time, will you
Thank you,
please?
Your Honor.
Have a nice morning.
You too. Thanks,
Thank
Mr. Smollin. Soper? Todd Roland Soper? Shoe 5F243239. Mr. Bogard, your appearance? Good morning, Mr. Bogard, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. David Bogart appearing on behalf of Mr. Soper, who was present seated to my right in my office. He consents to appearing via Zoom and waives his physical appearance. Mr. Soper, please tell the court your full name.
Todd Roland Soper, Your Honor.
All right, so for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute and waive formal reading?
That's correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. He is, does he have any prior alcohol-related convictions?
No, Your Honor. He has no prior drug or alcohol convictions. He's limited to no criminal history whatsoever. He's retained an attorney. And Your Honor, he's not a danger to the public. He will appear in court, Your Honor. I do know somebody that he is with right now as a longtime client. So I would ask for a personal bond at this time.
$500 personal bond, sir. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to give you a court date. I'm signing your order granting discovery, Mr. Bogard.
Thank you, Your
I'll
Honor.
get that over to you. And Lisa, what do you have for me? What day?
April 3rd at 8:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
April. You're good that day?
I am. Thank you.
Okay, April 3rd at 8:30. We'll see you here then. Anything else, Mr. Bogart?
Nothing for me, Your Honor, except thank you.
Have a good day.
Seeing you and your
Thank
staff.
you.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Good luck, sir. Thanks.
Thanks, sir.
Rockwood Center Store, Inc. 25R806188 B and C. 25F243. 547. Your name?
Jerry James Taylor?
You're charged with driving on a suspended. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
On March 4 of 25, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle with a suspended license on Freeland near Peters in the city of Flat Rock. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $500 in fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm entering a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. So you're going to go talk to the Flat Rock prosecutor. Either way, you'll come back in front of me. Any questions?
No, no.
All right, see you in a few. Pelchat. People against Paul Edward Pelchat, 25F243439. Name, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your name?
Paul Edward Pelchat, sir.
You're charged with driving on a suspended. You have the right to a lawyer if you want one. Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
It is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle on Gibraltar near Cahill and Flat Rock, February 4, 25. At 10:56 p.m., they think you had a suspended license. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 in fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes, Your Honor. I
If you
did.
plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we will not have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'll give you a $500 personal bond. You can go talk to the prosecutor for the city of Flat Rock. Here are your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all that?
I do, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I've seen all.
Yes, sir.
I've seen all.
I just wanted to say one thing, Your Honor. I loved you. I loved your father. I came in this court and seen your father years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, he was really good, sir. And you are also. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Benjamin Robert Gunter, 25R513785.
Benjamin Gunter.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Counsel,
Can you
your-
hear me?
Yeah, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jeff McCarty, P 42633, and on behalf of Mr. Gunter, seated to my right.
What do you, I arraigned him February 6th. I gave you guys till March 20. You need another adjournment?
Well, you did, you gave us ample time, Judge. The reality is, I got hit with norovirus in my family, wiped out my wife, my son, my older son, and me. I'm about 10 days behind, almost 2 weeks behind in all my files. I haven't had a chance to get Mr. Gunter up to speed. It's my fault. It's not
All
his.
right,
It's
okay,
not
all right.
Rockwood's.
I don't need a confession here. I just,
Well, I just
I'm
feel
just-
bad. I feel bad for Mr. Gunter. I apologize to the court. It's just the reality.
it's all right. We'll give you April 4th, but if it's not resolved on April 4th, I'm gonna have to
I
set
got
for a trial,
April
okay?
3rd.
April 3rd, I'm sorry. April
8:45.
3rd at what time?
Can we do, I hate to do this. Can we do the 10th? I'm clean on the 10th.
You guys are killing me here.
I know. Judge, we'll have
10th, I
a
don't do the
resolution
10th.
for you on the 10th.
Judge, they're not here on the 10th. They're here
Yeah,
on the
I know.
17th.
Judge,
I
we'll
know.
have it, we're gonna have a resolution for you.
April 17th, last adjournment though, okay? I'm writing that down at 8:30, okay?
Thank you,
8:45.
Judge. I appreciate it.
If not, we need a trial, okay? All right,
Gotcha.
see you guys then, April 17th, and that will be at 8:45. Have a good day. Thank you.
You as well.
Good luck, sir. Springborn, Travis Eugene Springborn, 19F231721A and B. Name?
Travis Springborn?
You didn't have a lawyer here, right?
No, I wasn't given one yet.
He's pro per.
Charged with driving on a suspended and driving an unregistered vehicle from 2019.
Yes.
Where you been?
I'm not gonna, I dropped the ball. That's all it is. I just completely dropped the
You
ball.
want a lawyer to represent you?
Yes.
What a great country. You get to come in 6 years later, post a bond, and then have the state give you a free lawyer. Go meet with your lawyer. Come on back in here and we'll see you then. People against Loudermilk, Cassandra Joe Loudermilk, file 24R513611. Where is Ms. Loudermilk? There you are, Ms. Loudermilk. Okay, people against Faraz Cortez Sharp, 24G700688. Good morning, your name?
Faraz Sharp.
You're in custody on something else?
Yes, sir.
What are you in custody on?
Wayne County.
Why no, but what kind of case? Where's it out of? What's the status of it?
It's pending right now. I'm waiting on May 1st. Is like a jury or something like, I don't know, something.
Oh, it's the case. Hang on. The case is going on and you're going to a jury trial May 1st?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got 3 charges here. Failure to complete the domestic violence program with 12-week follow-up. Failure to provide proof of completing 1 day of community service by February 9.
Judge, I can mute them while you talk. You want me to try that?
What? Can you?
I can mute him while you're talking. To help with the noise, he'll just have to unmute.
I see. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we're going to try this because this is just crazy. I don't know what they got going on down there, but count 3 is failure to refrain from assaultive, abusive, or intimidating or harassing conduct toward Alexis Myers. So you got 3 counts. Do you understand each of those 3 counts?
Yes, sir.
Now you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. You have the right to a hearing on these 3 charges. You've got 3 prior technical violations. Either way, the conviction being for, or the plea being to domestic violence, that status could be revoked and you could be subject to a 93-day jail term. At a hearing, you have the right to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent, to cross-examine their witnesses. And if you plead guilty, you're giving up all of those rights and there will be no hearing of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now you have the right to a lawyer. Be happy to provide you with one at public expense if you would like one. Would you like a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get you a lawyer. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. You know, Lisa, maybe we should just do it on a regular probation day, I guess. I mean, it seems like they're backed up over there. I haven't seen a lawyer on any of these cases in an hour.
We could use the open for the arraignment attorney.
Who's the
Westmoreland.
Yeah, let's get him to do it. I'm going to have you speak to a lawyer now. We're going to see if we can't go forth with this now, sir. And we'll go from there. So I'm entering a not guilty plea. I'm going to get you a lawyer. And we'll get Mr. Westmoreland in there to try to talk to you before we go on any further. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ovalos Becerra. Joniker Alajon Becerra Ovalos, 24W836608. Defendant failed to appear for show cause of issuing a warrant. 213 cash or surety. Zion Loftus, 204T644106, warrant to issue. 213 cash or surety. People against Casanova Gavani Love, 24W836789. Defendant failed to appear. 213 cash or surety. Dorothy Mildred Macco, 24T644245. Warrant to issue 213 cash or surety to Demetrius Raymonde Manning Jr., 24B147254. Defendant failed to appear for show cause. 273 cash or surety, Robert Anthony McCubbins, 24W836. 940207 cash or surety warrant to issue Michael James Pierce, 24G306227. He failed to appear for show cause. Bench warrant to issue 153 cash or surety, Terry Sharonell Simmons Mathis, 24W836181. Warrant to issue 213 cash or surety, Brandon James Venata, 24B147311. Warrant to issue bond to be forfeited 195 cash or surety, and on 311B with Mr. Venata, 282 cash or surety for failure to appear. Robert Allen Story, 25F243257. And failed to appear. We will issue a show cause. So he failed to appear here for arraignment this morning in pretrial. People against Michael Allen Henderson, 24F242380. Again, defendant failed to appear for the third time on this case. 165 cash or surety, Matthew Maurice Dawson, 25F80262. And failed to appear. Will issue a warrant on this 4,010%. That was a show cause that was issued before for failure to appear. Now he's failed to appear on that show cause. Jessica Marie Espinoza, 24B147066A. 555 cash or surety. Defendant neglected to show up, so warrant to issue. Any bond to be forfeited. All right, Paul Edward Pelchat, 25F243439. Could I have Jerry Taylor seated at the table here? Your name, sir?
Paul Edward Pelchat, sir.
So you're going to plead to driving on a suspended. They're going to they're recommending payment of fines and costs only. If you plead to this, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs are all those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
I did, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there would not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You still have the right to a lawyer. Be happy to provide you with one at public expense if you want one and cannot afford one. Would you like a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
To the charge to the charge driving on a suspended license, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Were you operating a motor vehicle in Flat Rock on Gibraltar near Cahill, February 4, 25 at 10:56 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
Was your license suspended?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. You ready for sentence?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Can I?
I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to say that, I've never had a license in my entire life. Since I was 17 years old, I had no respect for the law or the court system. I was heavily into drugs and alcohol, and July 5th will be my third year in recovery.
Good.
That was a big step for me to take. It was very difficult because 30 some odd years of drugs and alcohol. And so being in recovery, I have a therapist and everything, and I'm trying to, be more responsible now. And I know that, I wasn't supposed to drive that day, but I did. It's one of the things that I did that's, that I think I couldn't be helped. I'm trying to get a hardship license and everything. But with that being said, I just put myself on the mercy of the court. I finally have a good job. I have a lease.
Where do you work?
I work for Mastronardi Produce as a maintenance technician. It's $23.50 an hour, and it's probably the best job I've had all my life, So I'm just trying to take care of all the mess that I've made. Right now, I have some outstanding things in a couple of other cities that I paid $1,000 to Allen Park, and I'm trying to get everything taken care of, Your Honor.
All right, good enough. 100 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. 4 1/4 or 93 days. Can you pay that today?
I don't have it today. I get paid Friday.
All of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you can pay right online if you'd like.
Okay.
You can go on 33court.com with your case number, and there's no fee as long as you're paying it in full like that.
Right.
So tomorrow, March 21st, you can pay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Good luck to
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Jerry James Taylor, 25F243-547. Your name?
Jerry James Taylor.
You were just in front of me, weren't you? No?
10 minutes ago.
No, before that.
About a year ago. It's been about a year.
All right, you're charged with driving on a suspended. You met with the prosecutor. You're going to plead guilty to this, right?
Yes.
If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs are all those 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand and advice of rights form here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing nor a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, you have the right to a lawyer. If you want one and cannot afford one, I'll be happy to appoint you one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
To the charge of driving on a suspended, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 4th of March of 25, were you operating a motor vehicle on Freeland near Peters and Flat Rock?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was your license suspended?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why was it suspended?
That's for DUIs.
Are you on probation or parole? Oh, you're not suspended, you're revoked. Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your
Are
Honor.
you on probation or parole right now?
No, Your Honor.
How many of those did you have here? I'm up to 3 already.
There's 5.
Yeah. You can't drive around like that.
No.
I'm sure I told you before not to come back on a revoked charge, didn't I?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you did anyway. Why were you driving?
For work. I normally have a ride and I didn't have a ride that day, so
Where were you going?
to work.
Where?
That Flat Rock, Ford plant. Nah, but it was lunchtime, so I went to lunch and
You live in Dearborn Heights, right?
yes,
Why haven't you gone back and tried to get a license?
because this happens and then they extended it from the last time I saw you.
I know, but have you ever gone? and
Yes.
tried? When?
It's probably 10 years ago.
Okay, revoked is a lot worse than suspended. You were just here on this. I shouldn't. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. There's
Mr.
no.
Taylor, you come back in front of me, I'm gonna remember you. I'm gonna give you jail time next time, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
100 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 5 1/4 or 93 days. Stop doing this.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have this to pay?
By days on.
All right, you pay by 4 p.m. today, March the 20th, okay?
Thank you.
Stop doing this. Good luck.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Alpha Corey. Obai, Muhammad, Alpha Corey, 25F243-471, A, B, and C.
Good morning, Judge. Nelson, get the pen back, Mr. Alpha Court. Mr. Alpha Court, state your name for the record. Everybody Alpha Court.
He stands mute, waives formal reading.
Yes, Judge.
$500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to give you, Lisa, they want 30 days. I'm fine with it. April 17th at
8:45.
8:45. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're going to have to fill out a petition for one. I'm entering a plea of denial on the 2 civil infractions. Do you understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Do you need an attorney moving forward?
So I need for the future.
Are you requesting court appointed for next month?
No.
No, you're gonna represent yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can go down the hall, get your date, and you're all set.
Go to the counter at the glass. They'll give you the date. to come.
Brandon Travion, Washington, 20F 234-633.
Good morning, Judge Mazengate, here on behalf of Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington, state your name for the record.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. My name is Brandon Washington.
You what?
Brandon Washington.
Zipping
He said
up-
he was good, Judge.
I know, I heard him. He's zipping up his pants on the way.
My
Huh?
pants was loose.
All right, okay.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, right?
Correct, Judge.
Suspend to be dismissed, right?
Correct, Judge.
If you plead to that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs or all. Do you understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights. There will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On December 29 of 20, were you in control of a 2009 Chrysler that was being operated on Breland near Peters and Flat Rock?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that somebody you?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept your plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, dismiss to suspend. Anything?
Judge, just that Mr. Washington is in the process of clearing out the other holes he has, and hopefully that.
It says he has a valid
He
license
does,
now.
but there's some issues with the holds, Judge, because those reports were run the same day. So although it does say valid, it is still showing several holds. So I did advise him to clear those up, and he will be taking care of those promptly, correct, sir?
Yes.
Where do you work at?
I work at Temple Farm in Novi. That's why I asked you when that last time seeing you, I was kind of confused when you mentioned on them the hose or whatever. But it was a long time ago, and I paid like over $2,000 for those. And I was just confused.
You got a whole lot of right now as of the 13th out of Romulus, Southgate,
those-
Taylor,
Yeah.
Garden City.
In Detroit.
Yeah, I paid all of those. I was confused.
Wow, you couldn't have paid them all. They don't just put warrants out there.
I literally
You
paid
haven't
them.
paid them since the 13th of March, have you?
Huh?
When did you pay off the ones that you told me that you paid off?
Before
the 13th?
Before the 13th? Yeah, way before.
Well, their warrants are still on your lien. You better go check with them.
I did tell him to follow up with Secretary of State, Judge, and then also if need be, call the courts individually.
Why'd you wait so long to come here?
I was been working. I've been working. I didn't know. I didn't even know that I was issued a ticket from out here. I don't follow up. I didn't follow up. I don't even be getting in trouble. I don't know. All I do is work.
All you do is work.
Yeah, and I stay in my car every day. I wake up every day in my car. All I do is work.
You're homeless?
Yes. I'm in my car. I'm not gonna. But
wait a minute.
Huh?
Why are you homeless?
Well, right now, right now I work in Novi, and on the weekends I come to my mom out here.
On Bowler Court?
Yes, I'm coming to my mom on Bowler Court. So before Novi, I was in Chicago working too at the same time. But I didn't have no way of really. I was just struggling. So it was just me. That's all. My mom just be there and help me support for anything. I didn't know I had no. If I knew all this, I would have took care of all this. I got the money for it, and trying to take care of all this situation. That's why I was confused about all these warrants. My mom don't like seeing that, and she gonna follow up on all that. So that's why I was confused too about it. I'm homeless. I gotta be in the car, so that's why I'm trying to get this situated. And the other 2 days ago, I went to Secretary of State. She said I'm literally in my face. She said, "Yeah, it looks like you paid for it." And I'm thinking she's gonna take my ID and rip it up or whatever, But she said I was good for my valid license, and I was just confused, trying to figure out where it's all these, what you call this, coming from, these holes. But then she said I was valid, and I was just so confused.
All right. I don't know what to tell you. Courts don't put liens on warrants on the lien unless you've got a hold, a warrant. So you better go over and check with them. I don't,
Yeah,
four courts didn't make a mistake, is what I'm trying to tell you. Four
that's
courts,
why that's what I'm really confused about.
you gotta go check with them. I'll go light on you kind of, but I'm not sure you deserve it as much as I'm gonna be nice. 100 fines, 120 cost, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 345 or 60 days. Can you pay that now? You pay that now and take care of those. You're making your life miserable.
Yeah, I don't need to. I really don't. I don't need to. I go through a lot.
Good luck.
You're all set. Just go ahead, go all the way down to the counter, right
Okay.
past the security desk, and you can pay it there.
Okay.
All right, Jim Bukursky, Jessica Page Bolersky,
Yes.
22F239081, A, B, and C.
No.
You're good.
Good morning, Judge Mazengate, appearing on behalf of Ms. Pilarski.
Name, ma'am?
Jessica Bolersky.
For purposes of arraignment, she stand mute for very formal reading.
Yes, Judge.
So she's gonna plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, right?
Correct,
And then she's posted bonds on the other cases, the civil infractions, right?
correct.
And she's got a $300 bond on this case, although who's Dejan Mays?
It is her boyfriend.
That's
She
right.
gonna let you apply the bond?
Yes, it was my money. I sent it to him, so it's all should be applied. But I will say,
Hang on, let's cover this first. If you plead guilty to this added count or this lesser offense of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, I'm gonna dismiss the suspend. And the possible penalties are up to $500 in fines, 90 days jail costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your
If you
Honor.
plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
For the
Honor.
charge allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a 2010 Ford that was being operated on Telegraph near Leonard and Flat Rock, December 26 of 22 at 2:42 PM?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were driving that and you knew you were suspended, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Please accepted. Where you been and why didn't she show up? And why does she has warrants too, doesn't she?
I do not
I
have
believe
any.
she's cleared, everything else except for the two that are in default here, Judge.
Why didn't you show up here?
If I'm being honest, it was a long time ago. I was young and dumb, and I honestly just didn't take it as seriously as I should have. I've grown up a lot. and I'm
Those are
trying to
your
get
words, not
everything-
mine.
Yeah, I've grown up a lot, and I'm trying to take care of everything. I have a 5-year-old daughter that I need to be able to move around and do things for. I take care of her all by myself, and honestly, I was just young and dumb, and I've grown up a lot since then.
Okay. Anything else?
Judge, we'd ask the court to take that into consideration with regards to the fines and costs, and the court to be as lenient as possible. We would obviously appreciate that. Thank you.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 of 90 days. And here's what I'm gonna do now. Let me just check something here. No insurance, 81B, you have a bond of 282. You're gonna have to get Mr. Mays to come up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna come up today, right?
Yes, we came up yesterday. I had a court date. We came up and signed off on the other ones, and then we will do the same thing when he's off work today.
Judge, he was here yesterday and I got the okay.
Say that again, Lisa?
She was here yesterday on Judge Hessen's cases and he was with her and gave the okay to apply bond.
Oh, okay, so we don't have to worry about getting them back here? They've already done that?
Yes, he
Oh,
was
I
here-
see what you're saying.
here
That was
yesterday.
on different cases.
Different
All right,
cases.
here's what I'm doing. On file B, I'm reducing the fines from 282 to 237. So accept the bond, Lisa. Once we get the permission and everything. So accept the bond at 282 and give her clearance fee and close case. Okay? That's what we'll do on that one. So that's on file B. On file C, it's 213, expired plate. Fines and costs reduced. Fines costs reduced to 175, balance waived. And you're gonna pay all these by the end of the day, right?
Yes, I was actually gonna see if I could do a payment plan if possible, because I do have my daughter I have to take care of and feed her. So I was.
I thought you said you gave him the money for these.
No, for the bond, so the bonds can go through, so that was my money. If the bonds cover most of everything.
Bonds are gonna cover pretty much all of it.
Oh, then yeah, absolutely then, I'm so
So
sorry, I
you-
wasn't understanding.
That's okay, because I'm cutting down fines, so you're at least saving $38, and you might, do you have like another 18 or 20 on you anyway, if you need it? I think that's about what it's gonna come out to,
Okay,
okay?
yes,
So
absolutely,
you're gonna pay these by 4 PM.
yes, thank you so much.
All right, I wish you well. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, Bivens,
Yes.
Wayne Lamar Bivens. File number 24F242961. And then I'm gonna do Mr. Sharp, and I'm gonna need the probation officer in here, which is, you can call her now, Emily. All right, sir, your name?
Wayne Bivens.
Good morning, Judge. Nice to get back, Mr. Bivens.
So he's gonna plead to impeding?
Correct.
And then I don't mind if that's what you guys want to do. He was asking me if I have a problem. We're just gonna dismiss the defective equipment.
Correct, Judge.
Did he pay the no proof of insurance though? There's another one.
Have you paid any money on these?
I paid the last 2 times. I'm not sure what I was paying for.
I'll dismiss the defective equipment. I'll dismiss this motion of the, oh, wait a minute. Have they got an agreement, the state police with Flat Rock, Lisa? These are state police cases.
Thanks.
No, those were just set for contempt hearings. He probably didn't realize that they were state police tickets.
Yeah, so I can't dismiss that. I can't dismiss the defective equipment. Yeah, these are separate. Let me just double check one thing. Yeah, so I can't dismiss the defective equipment because that's a state case. He doesn't have the authority to dismiss that. So I'm not going to dismiss the defective equipment because I can't dismiss that. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to dismiss, I'll accept the plea to, yeah, the only case you got out of Flat Rock is the
original disobeyed, Judge.
correct. And as for that, they're pleading him to impeding with the understanding to disobey police officer to be dismissed, right?
But I think he wrote it up as court's discretion, the dismissal. So he's okay with it.
I can't dismiss the other one.
Right, but he's okay with the plea, even if you don't dismiss the defective.
No, I know. I'm sure. Your client is, right?
Yes.
That's what you want to do?
Yes.
What was that? To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible?
I'm responsible.
I'll accept the plea. 185 is your total on that. You have $100 cash bond. You can go down on that. I want you to pay on some of these others, though. You got the no proof of the defective equipment.
Can he have a payment plan on those, Judge? And then we'd ask the court, Judge, if there's any.
Where do you work at?
Our quarter forging.
I'm sorry?
Our quarter forging.
How much you make?
$18 an hour.
How much more can you pay today?
How much do I owe altogether?
Well, you owe on the disobeyed police officer, you have $100 cash bond, so you would pay 85 and you'd be done with that case. First of all, can you do that on the impeding traffic?
Yeah.
And you owe on the other cases, can you tell me somebody? I don't have those up in front of me, but you're gonna owe about, Lisa, can you tell me how much you owe Mr. Bivens on the no proof? And on the defective equipment?
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick.
Oh, wait a minute, here we got it, 150 and 215.
Correct.
So that's another $365. Can you pay that?
Can I pay half of it today?
I'll tell you what, let me see here.
Judge, would the court be able to maybe waive any late fees or penalties if the court's able to on those defaults?
Well, here's what I'll do. You pay 1/5. How long ago were these written? Not horribly, but you pay 150 on the defective equipment, okay? On the no proof, I'll let you pay. I'll reduce that from the 215. I'll take that down to 165. So I'll save you a little bit there. Balance will be waived. So you owe 315. If you can't pay that all, I'll just have you pay the 150 on the defective equipment and give you time to pay on the no proof.
Okay.
How long do you need on the no proof?
Next week.
So you can pay that one.
I'll just say you, balance waived. I'll say you pay this by March 31st then, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I wish you well. So go down to the cashier. You're gonna pay 150 plus the 85, and then you'll come back and pay the balance on the no proof by the 31st, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Best of luck to you. Wish you well. All right, Faraz Cartez Sharp. 24G700688. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. This time we extend to the matter being heard via Zoom.
Sir, your name?
Faraz Sharp.
All right, so how's he going to proceed? He's got these 3 violations.
Your Honor,
for the record, I just should indicate that I pronounced the issuance of a warrant the other day. I did not realize he was in custody. We were called by the family the following day. That's why these are scheduled. The warrant's been canceled, right, Lisa?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so how's he going to proceed? I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I spoke with my client as to the allegations, and although he maintains that he did some of these things timely, he understands that he did not do them within the confinement of what probation is, specifically his community service, reporting it, and then he did not complete the domestic violence program. So in this circumstance, Judge, we're not going to be asking for a hearing.
He's going to plead to all counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so that would be 3 different violations. You've got 3 technical violations. And this is a domestic violence case under 7694A. So actually the technical versus non-technical does not apply. If you plead guilty to any one of these, I want you to understand you could get 93 days in jail. I could revoke your 769.4A status, enter the conviction. And then again, you'd have this conviction plus no deferral of the plea as I went forth with you before. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to a hearing. If you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing. You're waiving your right to remain silent, waiving your right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
As to count 1, that you failed to complete the domestic violence program with 12-week follow-up, how do you plead?
I'm guilty.
Is to count 2, that you failed to provide proof of completing 1 day of community service by February 9, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Is to count 3, that you failed to refrain from assaultive, abusive, intimidating, or harassing conduct toward Alexis Myers, how do you plead?
Guilty.
What did you do? Did you fail to complete the domestic violence program with 12-week follow-up? And did you also fail to provide proof of completing your 1 day of community service by February 9 of 25?
Yes, sir.
All right. What did you do that makes you guilty of violating that no assaultive, abusive, or intimidating behavior order?
caught another case.
For domestic violence?
Well, it was dismissed in November, but they just brought it back up.
Hang on. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, so I didn't issue violation for a new offense because he technically hasn't been convicted, so honestly, you probably shouldn't talk about it. But I have the police report and it's the same victim that, if you read the police report, in my opinion, he violated the assaultive and abusive intimidating context.
All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm entering a not guilty plea on count 3.
And yeah, they did, it was weird, they didn't charge him and then they did charge him and then it got wound over. So I ran it this morning, he's not scheduled for a final conference until May 1st.
And he's gonna be in custody till
Is that what he's in custody on now?
Yes, Your Honor.
What'd they charge that as? Domestic
I believe
second?
there was he was indicating he thought it was a felony charge. I didn't have the charge.
Do you know?
There's 3 counts.
Okay,
Assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, domestic violence, second offense, and the third is knowing assault or assault and battery of a pregnant individual, and it looks like he's got $100,000 cash bond.
so you got a 10-year felony hovering over you, plus these other 2 counts.
Judge, I'm prepared to allocate at the court's convenience.
I'm gonna listen.
Judge, in this circumstance, with his next court date being May 1st, I'd ask for him to get credit for time served, closes probation out. In this circumstance, Judge, he's not going anywhere until May 1st. He's already mopping up days. He's been in since February 19th.
How did I know he's not gonna post a bond?
He hasn't yet, Judge.
I got it.
And actually, yeah, he's been in custody since February 19th.
Not on this case.
On the pending case, he's been in custody since February 19th.
No, I'm not giving him credit for that, though. What were the other violations for the first 3? Can you remind me? He's obviously had 3 technical violations before.
It was the same thing. It looks like the last one, he missed the probation appointment. He hadn't even enrolled in the domestic violence at that point, and then I included his fines and costs.
Do you have a final pretrial on that case that's up, or is that it? Is that your next court date?
No, not yet. It's I don't fully even know what it is on May 1st. They didn't even tell me. They just told my lawyer, and I'm waiting to talk to him.
When I looked up the ROA, I just said final conference, May 1st.
Boy, this is disappointing. I don't want you to say a single word about this case that you got ongoing, but you were just in here in August and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I didn't ask you to do that much. 12-week domestic violence program, no assault, abuse, or intimidating behavior. Well, I'm revoking your 7694A status. That is what I'm going to do right now. So this conviction is entered. We did a report on him before, right? A pre-sentence.
Yes, I know.
All right, here's what I'm doing. I don't need another report, but I'm going to set this for a sentencing. I want to go back and look at the records. I want to look at the other PSI if you can give it to me. And I want to look at the new police report and the old police report, and I'll check out his record. But right now, sir, you've got 5 technical violations, 2 here. So this is not boding well for you. I don't know why. Now, I don't want you to say a single word about that recent episode, but you know, there's reasons judges order things. One of the reasons I was ordering that domestic violence program was I'd hoping we could turn you around, get you some help. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. You might have been in Italy when they think this happened. I have no clue. But somebody thinks you didn't do something you were supposed to do, and somebody else thinks you're assaulting that woman. And the thing that they don't think you did is the thing that I ordered that I was going to hope was going to stop this nonsense from going on again. Give me a sentence date, Lisa. I'm going to go ahead and set a 20,000, 10% bond, and I will sentence you in a couple weeks or so when Mr. Shemke's here again, Lisa.
Okay, let me see when he's here. April 1st.
It's good by me.
10 o'clock, is that okay?
I believe that I'm not here on April 1st.
You're not?
No,
Oh, I have
but
you down
I'm
as the Raymond attorney.
I don't believe so. That got Mr. Westmoreland is now on that date. But I'm pulling up my calendar.
April 3rd, your overflow.
I am, yeah, April 3rd. I have no issue.
We'll do it April 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Is that good, Lisa?
Yep, that's good.
And you have to post 2,000 to secure your release. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. And that's on this case, obviously, in addition to whatever other bond you have. I wish you well. Thank you. Shankleton. Brian William Shankleton, 23F240059. Your name?
Brian Shankleton.
Mr. Shemke?
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client, approached and stands to my immediate left.
He stands to mute, waives formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. Now he's going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with a suspend to be dismissed. True?
That's accurate, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, Your
If you
Honor.
do that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
did you sign, read, and understand the it's advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes,
To
Your
the
Honor.
charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in the city of Flat Rock on Arsenal near Rock Ridge in Flat Rock, May 30 of 23 at 9:24 a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes, sir.
Were you on probation or parole back on May the 30 of 23?
No, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accepted. Original charge dismissed. I'm ready for sentence. Are you?
Yes, Your Honor. He came in with a valid driver's license. It was verified. I know that is the goal. So in this circumstance, I'd respectfully request he be admonished with costs and fines and if necessary, a payment plan.
Name? I'm sorry, anything you want to say?
No, sir.
100 fines, 160 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 385 or 60 days. It looks like you have a bond of, I think it was 5,000, 10%, Lisa, it looks like, whoever.
Yes, that's correct.
So you're gonna go down, sign the bond over, and they'll refund the balance, okay?
All right, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Springborn, Travis Eugene Springborn, 19F231721.
Good morning, Your Honor.
A and B.
Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client, approached and stands to
Name,
my
sir?
Travis Springborn.
Another one of these, huh? 5 in a row or whatever. At any rate, does he stand mute, waives formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now he's going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
That is correct, Your Honor.
You understand the possible penalties? Again, same thing, up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice? You didn't sign an advice of rights, or did you?
I did.
Okay, yes, you did. Did you read it and understand it?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 2nd of November of 19, were you in control of a motor vehicle in the city of Flat Rock, County of Wayne, that was being operated on that date on Gibraltar near Telegraph?
Yes, sir.
And were you and did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, that 1997 Chevrolet, and was that you?
Yes, sir.
And are you on probation?
I am not.
Parole?
No, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. Suspends dismissed. Anything?
Yes, Your Honor. There's also he's tendering a responsible plea to a lesser included civil infraction with the original misdemeanor being dismissed.
Oh, I apologize. That's on the file B, and he's going to plead to expired plate, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
To that charge, he's plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept it on that. Unregistered vehicles dismissed on that. I'm accepting the plea to allow an unlicensed driver to drive, dismissing the suspend. Anything else?
Your Honor, he came in with a valid driver's license. Again, I know that is the goal, so I respectfully request to be admonished for costs and fines, if necessary, a payment plan.
Anything, sir? that you'd
No,
like
sir.
to say?
No, sir.
$100 in fines, 165 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 390 or 60 days, and 120 on the expired plate. Totals 510. He has a bond. It should cover most of this. Is a $200 bond on the expired plate, and he has a 300 on this one. So 390, 590, and I'm sorry, 390, 510, and he has 305. Do you have another 20 or $30?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Whatever.
go down the hall and take care of these, and you're all set. Good
Awesome.
luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. People against Clevenger. Jonathan Stacy Clevenger. 24B147043.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Mazin Gate, appearing on behalf of Mr. Clevenger.
Your name?
Jonathan Stacy Clevenger.
Today's the date and time set for sentencing this matter, Judge. We had a chance to review the pre-sentence report. We have no omissions.
This been going on forever, so we could get him in court to school.
Yes, Judge. Unfortunately, I believe he may have slept in this morning, but he did make it though. He was actually there. He may have been, but I believe he was a little late.
If these people ever want to have contact again, they could come in and ask me. You could tell probation, and they would. You really can't have contact with him again?
Judge, I don't think he has contact at all with him. He's completely not, he has no association with those.
Is that right, sir?
People at all.
That's correct. I have not wanted to be affiliated with them at all.
All right, what would you like to tell me? I've read these reports multiple times because we've had here the people.
Yes.
We've had these files multiple times.
Correct.
Where I've read them, and then invariably we were trying to do court to school, and at any rate, I see us note victims will not be present. Is everything else accurate? Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Judge, as far as the report is factually accurate, Judge, I'd just like to add that, Mr. Clevenger is 32 years old. He doesn't have a violent criminal history. This is actually a first offense for this type of charge. He is currently working. He does work for OSF, and he is actually a project, he's a team lead.
Correct. I manage cell phone services for different stores of Walmart's nationwide.
And he just got promoted. He's been with them for a year, Judge. He does have a child as well, and he understands that this
seems like a lot of young kids drinking.
Correct. That's what I was.
And one guy, Mr. Harris, was trying to intervene over the discussion that Mr. Clevenger was having with his girlfriend and at the time,
and all the parties were inebriated.
I get it. What else?
Just that he understands that this is not something that reasonable people do, and that he just wants to do whatever the court asks him to do and follow the recommendation, and so that he can put this all behind him. He's completely disassociated himself from all these people, and he's trying to move on and be a positive person and have, a positive impact on his child. Isn't that correct, sir?
Correct.
What else you been in trouble for? Anything?
No, sir. I keep my nose clean.
I don't think that. Go ahead. Anything you'd like to tell me?
I stay in, I work, that was the routine before that. The problem there, I was trying to go sober off drinking. Mr. Harris had a problem with that, even kicked the veterans door in. So
they've had a number of issues before, Judge.
I had to remove myself from the household.
The agreement was that the case be taken under section 771.1 for 12 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law. 12 months probation. I'll take it under 771.1. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You're not to enter 18167 Doncaster Court in Brownstown. You're not to have any contact with Michael Harris III or Trina Lafferty. No contact. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email them, phone them, have any contact with them. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'm just going to make it monthly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it on demand. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. Okay? Now, wait a second. Let me finish. I don't think I have to order. I'm not going to order all this. I don't need to order outpatient treatment. Yeah, they were drinking. They're kids. But I don't need to make you do all of this. So the testing's just going to be, like I said, monthly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it on demand. Anger management with weekend program is good. I don't need you going on with 12-week follow-up. I don't need you doing outpatient treatment. Fines 100, costs 100, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, $240 in probation fees and $60 screening fee. That's $625. 1 day of community service by April the 30. If you violate, you could get 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford one. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Judge, would the court consider early termination if he has no?
As long as the prosecutor is still willing to dismiss, I don't have a problem. Okay. Does he have all this to pay?
Can you pay that today?
No.
How much do you have?
Nothing. I just got an apartment. I was homeless for 5 months.
Why were you?
Living at motels. So I finally put a deposit down on an apartment last week.
$40 a week you pay, okay?
All right.
When can you start it? How about on April the 18th? Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
If you need more time, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. Or you can come in here on or before the due date. You're going to meet with probation before you leave. Don't let me see you back here. You see him like a nice kid. For an assault charge, I'm being very here. What do I say? Very lenient as far as I'm concerned. So
yeah.
I can see what happened here. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You meet with probation. Come on up here, Mr. Dupross. Nikolai Dennis Dupross, 25R513-975. I arraigned Mr. Dupross. Then he said he wanted a lawyer. Your name?
Nikolai Dupre.
You're gonna plead him to your name again? You're gonna plead him to allow improper attachment of license plate?
Correct.
To that charge, a civil infraction, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the misdemeanor 125. You can go down the hall and pay that. You have that now, right?
Yes.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry again about your dad.
I know.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you.